Hey everybody, Russ here editing another episode of Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. So glad you joined us today. I love learning how amazing people connect. I learned so much. And today's guest, Lainey Morse of Goat Yoga, is with us. I'm so excited and I'm glad you're here. So let's get on to the podcast.
It's probably a $5+ million industry a year now, and so I'm really proud of that. And the marketing arm of that is you really can't market something unless you really truly believe in it. And I put my whole life in this, and I feel like I was born to make sure that goat therapy is, that's what I believe it is a thing.
Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. Today's episode brought to you by Laura Gillot and the Gillot home team of Keller Williams Mid-Willamette in Lebanon, Oregon. Also, Bigfoot Grill. Enjoy the unique atmosphere at Bigfoot Grill, open Tuesday through Sunday. And don't forget to mention this podcast. Weekdays, enjoy their $8 burger basket with a side and a drink to feed your hungry side at an affordable price. Hello everybody, Russ here again with another episode of Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. So glad to have you all here today. Today my guest is Lainey Morse of Goat Yoga. Yes, the original Goat Yoga. I am so excited to talk with her and get some more information for all of you. But first, I just want to tell you just a smidge about me. I am Russ Hedge, coach and motivational speaker. I love to connect. In fact, this whole podcast is about amazing people who connect. So if you need help with marketing, networking, or connecting, you can contact me on my website at russhedge.com. It has links to all my social media and every way to get in touch with me. So it's simple and easy, and I'd love to chat. So just schedule time, and that would be awesome. So without any further ado, I'm going to jump right to Lainey. Lainey, it is so good to see you here today. Glad to have you.
Thank you, and welcome to my front porch at No Regrets Farm.
Awesome. That is so great. You and I met, just a little back history, before you were doing the goat yoga,
Yeah.
and we had a lot in common. We met through networking and connecting events, and which
hmm
were great in Corvallis. And so it was great to get to know you and then to see your progression with all this. So I want to hear more about that. But I'm going to let you tell us a little bit more about you. So take it away.
All right. Well, I have been in marketing for a very long time, probably 20 some years. I actually worked at a remodeling company in Corvallis for about 10 years. Loved my job, but goat yoga happened. So I did quit that job to pursue this. Um, so it goat yoga's been, we just celebrated our 4-year anniversary yesterday. It feels like it's been forever, but that's a good thing. It's still going strong. So how goat yoga started was, I had gone through a divorce. I was diagnosed with a disease. I was very sick at the time, thinking I would have to go on disability, um, and I would come home from work every day and just go outside and spend time with my goats and be in the barn, be in the field, and just being out in nature, being surrounded by animals. And it just disconnected me from depression. And I started something called Goat Happy Hour. And I would invite people over who were stressed or going through a hard time, and they always left happy. So that's why it was called Goat Happy Hour. Um, One of the charities, Heartland Humane Society, asked if I would auction off a birthday party for kids uh, at a Goat Happy Hour birthday party. And I'm not a big kid person, so I almost didn't do it, but I did say yes. And at that birthday party, one of the moms was a yoga instructor, Heather Davis. And we're just standing out in the field and it's beautiful here in the Willamette Valley. And she says, you should let me have a yoga class out here. And I just laughed because the thought of that, the people being on the ground with the goats all around and, jumping on them. And I just thought it sounded hilarious. And so I said, okay, let's do this. And so I started marketing it as goat yoga, and really thinking that only my friends and family would come to something like this, because who does this? And surprisingly, it really created a splash on Facebook. And shortly after we had our first class, I sent pictures to a magazine called Modern Farmer, and just saying, I think the story in these pictures would your audience would really like them. And they responded very quickly. And so they did a story on it, and from there it just snowballed. And the New York Times came out, Wall Street Journal. It's just every media publication you can dream of, from India, Japan. It's just been a crazy ride.
Wow, I mean, that is so amazing because it was so unique at the time, being that you are the original goat yoga. And,
Hmm.
the fact that, you were talking about you're disconnecting from all the stresses of the world, but you're
Yeah.
really reconnecting to yourself and to just a peacefulness that, those of us that live in this area know being outside can be so peaceful, and on a farm with animals like that, that is just incredible. And, I just really applaud you. I applaud you for having the foresight to kind of get the word out and get the ball rolling, because obviously it's steamrolled from there, and now there's
Hmm.
goat yoga everywhere.
Yeah, we estimate there's probably over 500 other goat yoga businesses all over the world, from Australia to Switzerland. And it's probably a $5+ million industry a year now. And so I'm really proud of that. And the marketing arm of that is, you really can't market something unless you really truly believe in it. And I put my whole life in this, and I feel like I was born to make sure that goat therapy that's what I believe it is a thing.
So I know that not everybody is under your umbrella, but I know that you guys have really worked to try to keep the continuity and all of
Hmm.
that. Talk to me a little bit about, I read an article that you put out either on Facebook or on Instagram or LinkedIn, it was one of them, about the goat therapy and the things you're talking
Hmm.
about, how it all started and how you
Right.
really want to get back to those roots. Just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's partly my fault, because when I did first start marketing it, it was I had Heather Davis come over, and she was doing yoga poses in my back field, and I did video and photos of it, and my little baby goat jumped on her back, and it became kind of the focus of goat yoga. Everybody wanted that goat on their back picture for Instagram or Facebook. And we can't always they're animals, we can't predict what they're going to do, but people are always staging the pictures, putting a goat on somebody's back and then quick taking the picture. And it just became it steered away from why it was created. And that first goat yoga class, no goats jumped on anyone's back, and everyone loved it. It was more about getting out in nature, being surrounded by animals, and getting a little exercise. And it, it was all about that happy distraction. And it, I feel like every time I see another goat yoga business market it, it's always a goat on someone's back. And I just want it to be different. I want it to go back to the roots of why it was created, and not just, some gimmicky photo for your social media. It's really doing a true benefit for people's mental health. And so I'm going to start doing the goat happy hour again, because I've done it every single day since I got goats. I go out in the field or the barn if it's raining, and I spend time with those goats. And they're very calming to be around, but yet they're very funny too. So I think you soak up that energy, and it helps your head disconnect from the stresses that are going on in life.
Well, like you said, it's a happy distraction. I love that
Hmm.
because there has been no time like now when we
Right,
need happy distractions, right? And
right.
so it's crazier than ever. And so I just think that's incredible that you're getting back to the roots in spite of what's going on around you, that you're still staying true to your purpose, true to what
Hmm.
you really wanted to see out of this. And that's really helping people, like you said, create that happy distraction.
Right. Yeah, and baby goats are amazing. They're the cutest little animals in the world, but you can't always have babies to jump on people's backs either. And now I have like a close to 200-pound goat that used to be on people's back, and now he wants to crawl up in my lap. So it's, they're the sweetest things. But I would have 5,000 goats if I kept on breeding babies. So we need to just get back to the roots of it and know that adult goats are wonderful therapy goats. And so I just need to, change the messaging.
Right. No, that is so great. That's so great. Well, this expanded when it explodes so quickly. Have a couple minutes
Hmm.
here for you to tell us. You started doing some other things. You started speaking, reaching out
Hmm.
to other people. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, the motivational speaking part, I never used to like to talk to people. And it was, it just became natural. I've done so many media interviews over the past 4 years that it's easy to do now. But again, it's something I believe in too. And so I believe everyone, especially now with mental health issues, I have anxiety issues, and, just getting out in nature, surrounding yourself with animals, and getting a little exercise, it's good for your mental health. And so I had begun speaking all over the place. Obviously, 2020 has changed that. So now I'm doing a lot of virtual speaking, but um, it's been a lot of fun.
Well, I want to tell you that as famous as you become since we first became friends, I am honored that you would actually come on Russ's little old podcast. So thank you for
Oh,
that.
well, everybody loves Russ.
You're so awesome. I had so much fun taking selfies with the goats when we were out there last, and you gave us a
Yeah,
tour of the farm, and that was so great. I really,
yeah,
really
that was
enjoyed
fun.
that. That was a lot of fun. So our time is basically wound up. So I want you to tell
All right.
everybody, how do they get a hold of Lainey and Goat Yoga?
Well, they can go to my website, goatyoga.net. I have several Facebook pages, No Regrets Farm and Sanctuary, where the star of that page is the pigs, the goats, the dogs. It's hilarious. My Facebook page, Lainey Morse, and then Goat Yoga at Goat Yoga on Instagram and Facebook.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, we'll make sure and link to those
Great.
on the show notes. So when you look at the show, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn, make sure and have those links there. And Lainey, again, thank you so much. It is so great to see you. And we're going to have to stay in touch and link up. And you and I were talking before, and we'll get together and discuss that a little bit more later.
Yeah, sounds awesome.
Okay,
Thanks,
well,
Russ.
thanks. Yeah, thanks again. And all of you will get that information to you about Lainey and Goat Yoga. Support her. Go out there and get that time where you can have a happy distraction and enjoy the true goat yoga, the true, time away on the farm where you're really reconnecting with yourself and enjoying things. So thanks for being here. Appreciate everybody. Until next time, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.